Welcome back to Chinese Saltfish. We're back.
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm Andrew. Dane, Ash, and I'm joined with Kyle as well. Not the Kyle that you think it is, another Kyle.
No one even remembers that Kyle about. Episode 1, and that was it.
It's here every week.
Exactly.
Wow.
But we scare him away when we put the mics on.
I see.
Literally,
He scares himself. It's not enough.
You want to hear my voice?
He's too cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're back. I'm sure there's been some stuff to talk about.
No, it's too late.
Not too late. I don't know. There was something funny in the news I saw literally just today. Actually, it's not even funny. I don't know if I'm mean for saying it's funny.
Probably, but now we're about to hear why.
Like, did you hear about the Seagulls when they took the dog away, the Chihuahua?
I heard about this, but I didn't see it. I'm
Like Seagulls actually getting kind of ham right now because they're
dogs in it.
Yeah, they're like they stole a dog and this other woman's complaining.
You said a seagull stole a dog.
Yeah, it took it like Chihuahua.
It
took it.
How?
And it's in its talons, bro. It took it.
Bro, them things
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it.
Them things struggles to pick up chips.
No.
I don't understand. Chihuahua.
Yeah, they literally
You better
it took
poke it at it like what?
it
The
took
one from the garden.
Yeah, it took a
Man's struggling, just like it's in their head. It's like, what's going on?
what, the dog?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's the dog's eyes.
Is it there?
Wait.
Oh no, this can't be real.
No, this ain't the visual.
Yeah, I would say the dog can't go back home.
The dog's gone,
Can
bro.
you? No, I'm just saying, bro. The dog
No, but
can't go
real
back
talk,
home.
no, wait,
Can you
no,
imagine other dogs?
No, but real talk.
Can you imagine the banner?
No, but what I'm saying
I
is,
swear you're getting carried
real
away
talk,
by
but I'm
something
saying,
you
how
should have
you-
been eaten.
how you?
That is not serious.
But one thing,
I saw you over Hastings,
What do you-
casually over the beach.
But what do you do when your dog actually? Like, you can't find that because the seagull literally flew away. And
I
nabbed
don't
it.
know how this
How do you
seagull
find
flew away with something that weighs like 3 times its weight. I don't get it. They're not built like that. They're
Yeah,
not
I'm not
ants.
sure.
They're kind of big though.
They're not ants.
They're big, fam.
That's what I'm
No,
trying to say.
No,
Like,
they're big,
No,
bro.
seagulls are big.
Seagulls are big, bro.
Yeah.
Like when you go to like
Do you know
Bournemouth,
they're that strong?
fam, they're massive. Like no lie, you get kind of scared of them. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They're
are
big,
you sure those
bro.
are seagulls you're looking at?
Yeah.
Bro,
Have you not seen a
definitely
wingspan of a
seagulls,
seagull?
bro.
No, they have. I know that the birds in the Caribbean that are really big.
Bro, where's this?
I can't remember what they're called, but they're actually massive. Like the whole bird is massive, not just their wings.
No, but this bird, the seagulls are adapting because another woman said that recently her dog was actually killed by a gang of seagulls.
A gang.
A gang of seagulls that were protecting
Why a
their
gang?
nest.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Because
they're
of the
Is it like a
fluid.
flock of
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's what I'm thinking. Why a gang? That sounds a bit.
yeah. They killed them. They're gangs.
Now they're gang.
Yeah.
They're-
No,
What colour
but
were the seagulls?
they said that.
Special breed.
But they were saying that the seagull did that, but then they also attacked her toddler in the garden
Wow.
as well. Like, and she had to come fight
there
them.
might-
She
there might
had
be
to
a
come
gang.
fight the seagull. She
Actually
had to
might
come
be a
fight
gang.
the seagulls off because they're saying they're protecting their nest and their eggs. So like now, like the seagulls are getting kind of brave. But you can't lie. You're not saying like, are the pigeons not getting brave around Louis? Like you know the pigeons are getting brave around here. Like
Around
animals-
here?
They've been very.
Yes.
Not really.
You're telling me that
Nah,
you're
no
telling me
different. Next to you.
No different than normal.
you're telling me you can't just scare them away with a quick
No,
a fake flinch with a boot.
That's been
no
for a
more.
long time.
Yeah, that's been-
Seagull,
That's nothing
I
new.
mean,
That's what I'm saying. They adapt.
That's
That's what I'm saying. They adapt.
Foxes, pigeons, cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No
that's what
one
I'm saying.
runs away.
But I'm saying they're adapting. So what's to say that these seagulls aren't ready to get revenge? That's what I'm saying. That's
There's a
why.
film about that actually. It's called Birds. It's classic. It's a new one. It's mad. You realise that it'd be over for us if they ever got Larry. Like
Yeah.
it'd be over. You can't do nothing.
What?
Just
If-
attack it from
what
the
if
sky,
we
innit?
were-
Like if birds just start
We're
attacking,
hopeless,
bruv, it's
innit?
over. There's nothing you can do. They're
There's
everywhere.
attack
No, we
from
can
the sky.
handle it.
Bro,
We
is
can
there-
handle it.
is there
You
actually
can't.
a
There's
video
so
Go
of
many
it?
of
indoors,
them.
bro.
I doubt it.
Bruv, they can get in anything. They can smash glass. Watch the film. Watch the film.
Is
Bruv,
there a
it's
video?
done.
Is
It's
it
bruv, it's
actually
done.
happening? Is there
What?
a video of it?
There's not a video. They ain't got a video. The woman's just distressed.
Bro, why you here searching for a video?
I don't know why you're searching for the video. You think the woman just filmed her dog getting taken away?
Maybe
I thought
someone
it
could
was-
have.
yeah,
If someone saw that, someone
Flying,
someone's
yeah.
recording that.
And I was like, bro, my camera's coming straight
And
out.
bruv, the
I saw a
dog must
seagull
be
and a dog.
making noise.
Straight out, bro.
Do you think?
Straight out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dog must be screaming.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
obviously,
Just
someone's.
barking in the air.
Can you imagine?
One
You
dog
hear
flying.
barking. You're like, where's it
Look
coming
up.
from?
Yeah.
And you see
One
little.
dog just floating above
The
your head.
dog, you see a dog with wings. Like, what's going on here?
Fuck.
You think it's an alien or something?
It's true.
But that's mad. No, but they are. No, but do you think like why would they take a jar? Do you think they'll actually eat it when they actually get it?
No, because they're
Like
trying
what?
to probably
Yeah.
fight them when it's
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
ground and not in the air. Do you know what I mean? Like that's
No,
mad.
but I'm saying the idea
know
that
why
they're
they took
even
it.
going on prey like that. Do you think that's like kind of weird? Like because I remember watching an Attenborough documentary where they were saying these catfish in New York actually they actually got a taste for pigeon.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So don't you think that's mad?
Yeah, I saw
Like
they
that's
started
not their
eating more
natural.
pigeon.
That's not their natural thing. But they learned how to hunt pigeon. Like how can a fish just decide to say, you know, what, yeah, we kind of like pigeon out here.
Maybe they started hunting cats or like shit like that.
Yeah, so that's mad. Like, so what are the seagulls? What are they going to move on to next? Like, if they get a taste for chihuahua, are they going to start to swoop?
Yeah, but
I don't know,
did the
but-
seagull actually eat it? What did the seagull do?
Well, we don't know because they just took it
Probably
somewhere.
didn't eat.
Yeah, and it could be a dog.
But it
thing.
could have dropped
The
it.
majority of
Yeah,
dogs
can't
would
eat
drop a
You
seagull.
could have took it home though.
You know, it's a very particular. Yeah, they might
Seagulls
just-
could have just like actually.
What flocked it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying just.
Checked it out, fam.
that's actually crazy. If
That-
that actually happened, that's
That's what I'm
actually
saying. So
crazy.
what-
Can you imagine it was a rescue mission? You just didn't know. They could make, you know them animated
yeah,
films,
yeah.
isn't it? Like it was actually getting saved. They were doing the madness to the chihuahua.
It's the next Disney film, innit?
Yeah,
It's the next Disney film.
Finding Nemo Part 4. Yeah.
Thank you for saving me.
Like, yeah, we got the kid
Take
too.
it to under.
Oh god.
It's like Detroit, bro. Take it to the secret underground.
You're telling me you don't think you could? I think we could handle a bird apocalypse.
Nah,
Watch the
You're
film.
mad.
nah.
I'm just gonna repeat it. Watch
nah.
the film.
I haven't seen it, but I know we're not on it.
No, think about it. Look,
We're
if
not
we
on
just shut all these doors, we're good.
No,
How?
you haven't seen the film.
They'll break through.
Bro,
They'll break through the
started
windows.
break
busting
through
through
easy.
windows, bro.
They break it easy.
Seal it up with
Okay, alright,
Yeah.
alright, Andrew.
Yeah. By the way, you're doing that there, bruv. They're pecking at your neck.
Yeah, exactly.
They're pecking the ceilings and the roof tiles. They're trying to get in.
But in the film, that's what happened though. Like, eventually everyone was living in boarded up houses. And then whenever they made a trip outside, they had to go out in like this armor. The
What
armor
movie
was
is- what
like
movie is
soft
this?
stuff. It's called Birds.
Birds.
It's a
Oh.
really old
I've
film.
heard- yeah, I've
they
heard
made,
it.
they made a
I've
new
heard it, yeah.
version of it. Yeah. It's
Yeah, I've
mad.
heard it, but
You couldn't. It's
How,
madness.
how did they start going mad in that movie? How did the
I
birds start
can't
going mad?
remember. Something happens and they basically they become aggressive and
That's
territorial.
scary.
It's not like hunger thing.
I
They
hate
become
that.
aggressive and they start attacking humans. Like in the
Yeah,
city,
yeah,
they
yeah.
just, people just walking and like you just see a swarm of feathers and then
Isn't there like
someone's
a bat-
face gone. Like
Yeah.
skin's
Isn't there like a
gone.
bats one as well?
I think so. That's a different film. Isn't that film that came out about being silent or whatever? It was like bats or something.
there are these weird bat things with no eyes.
Yeah.
But that's not good at all.
okay.
They just stole that from The Quiet Place.
Yeah, it's
They
that
literally
thing.
just
Yeah, it's a
thought it
terrible
was
film,
It's
but
absolutely awful.
yeah, all of that it comes from Birds. Like it's an old film. They made it again, and then
I would hate that. It just feels so vulnerable.
Yeah,
everything's
that's
just
not-
above you.
What, just
You
Anna?
wouldn't leave the crib.
yeah, and it's,
Yeah, just everything's above. What can you
yeah,
do?
You can't.
Yeah.
You just stay in
It's
the
not-
crib.
You didn't want to lock up because they might pick
But I
your eye
swear
or
they
something.
start like slapping the windows. Don't
Yeah, they
hitting
start
the
flowing
windows.
into them. Yeah.
So after a while,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna have glass. So
Yeah.
everything is.
It's gonna break.
The first
It's gonna break
scene of the
eventually.
film is they're on a street in cars, and they start
Yeah, they're hitting the
attacking. They
window.
start hitting the window, and then the window starts smashing, and then they're like, "Wait, what?" And then different types of birds.
Imagine
start
like
coming
3,000
in,
birds just
That's
coming
what
at your
I'm
window.
saying, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Them eagles and shit, from they start
Yeah.
lifting humans
Yeah,
and like
Eagles
three of
will,
them
an
on
eagle
you.
will stand up and just box with you, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like that thing's big
Three of them will
and,
lift you
and
up,
built.
Yeah, they're strong.
Yeah,
Their
all
talents
would
can rip
fully
anything.
just come
Three
to
of them
you.
will grab you. That's it. You're
You'd be like,
just
what,
fine.
1v1, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't wanna
guys,
get
stand
pecked.
back, stand
Yeah.
back.
I don't want to get pecked.
You want to get pecked.
It's really
Yeah,
fun.
the pecking to death
It's
is.
the pecking, yes. That's
Yeah.
slow
No,
death.
it'll feel like someone's just pinching you
Yeah.
until
And
your
then
your
mad
skin
picks
gets.
are like-
But you know,
Someone
have
just
you been
stabbing
bitten by a
you.
bird
Yeah.
before?
No.
Do you
Why
know
have
how
you been
much-
bitten?
do
Why
you
have
know
you been
how
bitten by a
much it
bird?
hurts? I had a friend who had a pet bird before.
What bird was it?
I used to have
It was-
birds.
it
No,
was
I used to have
green.
birds as well.
Yeah.
though. When I was young,
green.
yeah, I
It
used to have
hurts.
those.
A lot.
When I was young,
A lot.
You had pet birds.
Like parakeets and that.
Yeah.
You
I've
little
been there
pet,
with them.
and then you got bit.
It ain't like a pinch.
Yeah, if you
bro.
put your hand in the cage
Yeah.
and that.
It feels
Why
like
you doing that? You deserve that.
Yeah, because sometimes you used to like put them on your finger and that. You used to put them.
Didn't they
in
used to
your
bring
hand.
them around in primary school? They used to come in with a guy who comes in with birds and animals
Yeah.
and whatever.
I had
No,
a
we didn't have a
bird.
bird, man.
I used to call them
We had
Sonic
an
and
eagle.
Tails, fam.
Yeah.
I had two. One was like kind of bluey green and one was yellow. Sonic and Tails, fam.
Joker.
Everyone had them classic names, innit?
Same.
Yeah.
Tom and
Yeah.
Jerry or Sonic
Yeah.
and Tails.
Yeah. I say it feels kind of like shutting your finger in a door.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
I
that's
can
what
imagine it
feels
being
like.
painful.
Yeah. So imagine that.
But they ain't got no
like
teeth, though.
everywhere.
So luckily they haven't
Yeah.
got teeth to make it worse.
No,
Because if they had teeth,
Yeah, but
underneath-
they're now, but them talons or them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Feet, that's
But-
all mad.
But would you rather a bird apocalypse uprising, or
Yeah.
would you rather like a Planet of the Apes uprising?
Oh,
Apes.
apes.
More
You'd
of a
rather
chance.
the ape
It's more of a
uprising?
chance.
Yeah. You can't.
Yeah.
do
More of a
birds.
chance-
it's more of a playing field.
Yeah. You can't. Birds.
You
You
think
can't.
it's
It's like a human. That'd be like an actual war.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you
I think
doing
they're-
against
I think they're
birds?
physically stronger than us.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, man.
What are you doing against birds
Nah,
in the
it's true,
sky?
It's true.
I
We,
think
we can't fly, bro.
No, but personally, I think
We can't naturally
I think
fly.
I think the monkeys are physically stronger than. Like for
And they all
instance,
know
if you
to
try,
survive.
if you try and shut the doors rather than
Bro.
just slamming themselves across
No,
it,
but
I'm sure they could have bust it
no,
open.
but with like apes, it would become like you said, it's like a human thing. Like back to basics.
I'll
We
trap
were
them
out
up.
there with
I'll get
lions
holes.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
I'll get
Yeah.
holes.
Use your
Yeah.
intelligence. Birds, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
There's too
it's
many.
Birds.
of
What are you
them,
doing against
and
birds?
it's-
50 million
Unless
birds.
you have
Because
guns,
my
and we
theory-
have guns over
no,
here,
my
so that's
theory-
it.
Yeah,
my
you
theory-
have guns,
my
you're
theory is
fine.
monkeys
Yeah,
have,
just
too
but
many.
monkeys have
Yeah.
but monkeys have opposable thumbs. They can use tools.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying,
bird,
bro.
the birds are all
It'll be like
beacons.
that. Just be like a human.
No, the birds are all. No, but
It'll be like a human.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we're
yeah.
smarter than they are.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if they're stronger, they're smarter. Birds, you've lost. There's nothing
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
What are you doing
do.
against a bird?
You think
But
you're
why are you
killing
saying the
birds?
birds are smarter though?
No, birds aren't. It's not birds. No, I said
They have the
we'd be smarter
advantage.
than,
They have the
apes.
physical
Yeah.
Would be
advantage.
smarter than the apes.
Yeah.
But
The birds,
you
they're just
yeah,
you're
we just
on,
can't
bro.
run.
What are you gonna do against 10 birds?
It's true.
I
10 birds.
I don't
That's
think
it.
you know
Just
how
10.
many birds
Just
there
10
actually
birds.
are.
No,
That's
just
the
okay.
thing.
okay
You're standing there, 10 birds
Bro,
above
it's
you
true.
right now.
Yeah.
What are you
You
doing?
can't. It's true, bro.
Yeah.
It's true. And when you deep, anything you do, you think, yeah, you got to go
Yeah, but
from
10
above.
birds.
now.
You're
one-
running
10
running
birds,
inside.
one gorilla.
I can get away
Nah,
from the
you can
gorilla.
get-
I
yeah,
can't
nah.
get away from the bird.
A
It's
gorilla, you
done.
have more of a chance.
Wow, man.
A gorilla, you have more of a chance.
You
I'm taking.
run, you get
I'm taking the
hard,
10 birds.
you
I'm
try.
taking,
More of a
okay,
chance.
what birds are we picking?
No,
though?
even basic birds.
No,
Like
'cause if you have
pigeons.
10 eagles, then
No,
that's a
no, 10
complete
yeah,
eagles,
yeah,
you won't
yeah,
even see
right.
10. You
10
do two.
pigeons. I'm saying 10
10
pigeons.
pigeons. You don't understand.
Killer-
They were
killer
trying to
pigeons.
kill you, bro.
Pigeons
They're
with-
on you. You think that you're gonna be able to get from like here to like down the road, bro?
Pigeons
You're
with
making
their
it to the
tent to
end of the
kill.
door and
No,
your
I'm
skin will be
saying,
off, bro.
no, I'm saying you would be like, yeah.
You'd have no
Pigeons
eyes.
with their
very
tent
Your
to
unlikely.
eyes
kill.
will be gone. Your nose will be
So-
gone. Your ears will be gone
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Like
the one
immediately.
The one thing it's
Take
horribly
out your eyes,
painful
bro.
and like that you're getting pecked. But what I'm saying
No,
is,
you're thinking of like
gorilla
you're thinking
army.
of
Yeah.
this. You're not thinking of gone.
Yeah, like full
gone,
on
like
50
gone,
miles an hour
gone,
coming at
gone,
you,
on
boom.
bro.
gone.
A chunk of your arm's gone.
Yeah,
Like
on you.
Yeah.
a pinch of your face is gone.
Yeah, they're here.
so you'd rather the monkey army
Yes.
I don't know,
I
it's
can
coming in
see
here
you.
and
Yes.
I can
I'll
see you
put my
the shit
table
out
up.
of you.
Yeah.
I just feel
Let's
like
go.
I just
I'm
feel like
fighting.
the scenario, like obviously them.
I'll get
or,
that
like,
ladder
one
over there.
monkey pulling up on you.
I'll get my knife over there and let's
I don't know,
go.
because it could like run you down. I do feel like it could run me down.
What a monkey?
Welcome.
Yeah.
A monkey,
it-
yeah, of course,
And
but
then just pound and then just like
yeah,
beat man up. From
yeah, fully.
and a gang of them,
They're peak.
and they're stronger.
I'm saying
Bro.
that would be like a normal
Just
fight.
slinging
Yeah.
around about.
It's not a normal fight.
Why is that not a normal fight?
They're
So when he's
stronger.
grabbing you by your legs, it's just like,
Yeah, but that's just fight like a strong
No, but
person,
you're,
no?
you're thinking about like a gorilla as
Yeah.
well. Like,
That's
not like
what-
They're gonna have
That's
gorilla.
what
They're gonna have
he's talking
gorilla
no,
in their
no, of
army.
course they're gonna have those, and if they come for you, you're pissed.
Yeah.
Innit? You're pissed.
but he's saying
But-
that normal. Yeah, I get
yeah,
what you mean.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
yeah. When you break it down, when you think about like a chimpanzee or some shit, them kind of apes,
I'm just thinking. Okay, look.
because you got to have them like in the same range as like a pigeon. Like you'd have a pigeon, then you'd have a chimp. Like they would be. In
But
the
one
same
thing,
world,
look, picture
same
this. Okay,
beef,
picture
yeah.
this. Picture this. Okay, you're stuck in your house, safe right now, and then you look out the window, and there's like birds just flocking the outside. You need to go outside because you need material, and there's birds just waiting, just there, just waiting for you to open that door.
How are you doing it?
No, one thing is you have that, or you look out the window, and there's like same amount of just chimpanzees.
No, but that's the
waiting for you
problem.
to
That's the
come out.
problem. There wouldn't be the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they wouldn't.
That's
They
the
wouldn't
problem.
be.
That's
There'd
one
be
of the
way
main
more
things.
birds
If there
than
were as
chimps.
many apes as there were birds, then obviously apes would be worse.
Yeah.
The fact of it is
Okay,
that there's-
so what if you
so-
had just a flock of birds just waiting outside, yeah,
Yeah.
and then you had 10 apes just waiting outside for you to come out.
Yeah,
Which one would you rather go outside the door
The thing
to?
is, what would happen is you'd look outside and you wouldn't be able to see the sky
Yeah,
because of
with
how
the
many birds there'd be. But you look out and you see 10 apes and go, do you know what? Where's the car? You know, if we get to the car, then we can get off and we can
There's
do
more of a
this.
chance of
The
escaping.
birds,
How are you
you're
escaping
I can't see
a
anything.
flock of
I can
birds?
just see birds. I can't see I can't see
But
clouds.
they've got the advantage. They're in the sky
Yeah.
waiting for you. How are
Obviously,
you
as soon as you sprint, they're on you, but
I need to forget the vision
at a
of birds.
disadvantage?
man.
You're at the bottom.
You can't
How are
sneak
you?
against a bird, bro. They saw you from time. You're like this.
5
outside the door.
miles
My
from
man's
now.
like,
No, I'll get enveloped.
5
I'll
miles.
take the
They're still
enveloping.
watching you from 5 miles away.
I'm thinking if I see the monkey, I feel like it's just a gang of man
that's
just like,
the
come,
beef.
let's
That's-
do.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
you're leaving.
Isn't that more of a chance?
No,
I don't
but
know.
no, I don't think there's a chance either way. 'Cause
No,
they're
but what's
still-
more of a chance? That's
But
the
what I'm
question.
saying, in terms of going out, like just beaten to death and ripped to pieces by the monkeys, would be.
Or slow, painful chomp on your eyes, your
Why
your
is it my
limbs.
eyes? Why is it with my
Because they're
eyes?
gonna go for your face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your face is right here,
it's
bro.
like
It's
shiny
good,
as
yeah.
well.
Why can't I wear like swimming goggles or
Ah.
something?
They'll
You
get
go and do
through real
that.
quick.
You go and do that. See how it
Yeah,
goes.
speak. I don't know. It is tough, but I don't know.
That's a slow,
What
painful
would you
death.
pick?
I'm not
What
on
would you
it.
pick, Dane? What would you pick?
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I would probably try and slide. I feel like you could slide past the apes.
You got 2 knives in
like
your
with
hand.
the apes, you can probably. Like,
You got
wait
2
for them to
knives in
fall
your hand.
asleep.
What are you doing?
Like you could
Who you
probably wait for
fighting?
them to sleep or some shit, or like just wait for them to just like and then just breeze.
At least you can
Well,
try
with
to.
the- okay,
with
look,
the
with the
birds,
birds,
it's true.
with the birds, like, say, I know this is far fetched, but what if you could like try and fashion some kind of cover on yourself?
That's what I'm thinking.
to
like,
get
if
out.
you have a cover,
So
then,
that way-
can you,
that way
like,
they
if I
can
had
fam-
like a thick
Yeah.
ass like.
I'm not taking that risk.
Cover
I don't know
my
where
head.
I'll be.
Like,
Then
what
they
if you,
would just,
what if
like-
you had some kind of like, what if you had something where
I
you'd
need
be
to
like,
see
oh,
that.
I could be, or you could like,
No, but then
or you had stuff
to.
to stuff to like put armor on.
No, but
like you had stuff to armor yourself up.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you have a bigger chance of. But the monkeys could just rip that off.
No, but
easier.
then if you have that armor with the birds, then you should have something for the monkeys.
But
You
what
know
do you
what I mean?
have? He's
like-
saying you got swords with the monkeys.
You've got 2 knives in your hand. That's
But
it.
I don't think 2 knives is enough for
No,
10
you'll be
monkeys.
calm.
For 10 monkeys.
At least you can
think
defend
you'll
yourself.
be
At
calm.
least.
You can swing one, but the other one's coming behind you. Then you
Nah,
got
fam, you got 2 swords, fam. You're calm.
Bro,
so you
I'm-
got, you
bro,
got-
Nah,
your arm gets taken.
When I'm scared, bro, I'm
swords,
I'm
no,
like
2 swords, you're calm. 2 swords,
40%
you're calm.
faster.
I would
as
use
well.
the
Do you know
monkeys
what I
with
mean?
2
Like.
swords.
You know how to use it.
Or the birds on the
No,
bed
but
sheet. That's long, fam.
It's true. Like, let's
That
look
doesn't
at
make
like
sense.
real
You might as well
situations.
be
So
the
if you look at the house now, yeah, and you got we've got
That's
like
what
you
I'm
said, we
thinking.
got 10 gorillas outside.
I'm thinking of like
Nah, if
traps.
it's gorillas,
Then
then
we
I don't
got
know
we got
about the
10
birds.
gorillas outside. Yeah, we've got Andrew who knows how to drive, and we've got a car. Yeah, we've got 10 minutes before either the birds or the gorillas, whatever, are coming. Yeah, but you got to choose one side. You're going through the monkeys. You're going through the birds. Yeah, and you got a car over there. What could you do against the monkeys to get you to the car? What could you do against the birds to get you to the car? Simple, just with what's in the house.
With what's going on with our tools that we
Yeah,
have
with
here.
our tools, you're average. This is what in the film. This is how it happens. You're not sitting there like they developed for ages. They're able to get this. It happens.
Yeah.
What have you got? What can you do? We've got knives. We've got weapons. We've got chairs. We've got things we can throw.
We've got something for chips. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've got stuff for
What have
chips.
you got
We
for
ain't got nothing for
birds?
birds. What have you got for birds?
Yeah,
Man,
so you make like 5.
all I'm saying is
We've got weapons.
No,
for
all I
chips.
think I could,
Aerosol
okay,
and
what I
lighters.
think I could do. What I think I
Well,
could
that's
do.
what we could use. We got aerosol and lighters.
No,
fam.
no, what I'm
Deodorant cans and
What I'm
lighters.
saying, I'll-
That's it. I'm telling you. That's all we got for birds.
I'm saying what I'm saying. I'll just try and put as many layers as I can on.
And you'll die.
That's what I'll do. I'll try and put
Layers
as
of
many
what? From what?
clothes, blankets, something. I'll just try and wrap myself.
Come on, man. That's nah.
What do you mean? That isn't. That's a feasible.
That's not gonna work.
No, but you're saying no. I'm
That's
saying
not
that is
gonna
a
work.
feasible.
Nah, that's not. That's
thing.
not.
To get to the
No,
car.
but I understand why
to get
you
to-
think
my car's right
no, but
there.
I understand
Yeah,
why
nah,
you
I
think
think-
you would survive against birds.
You can't even
because you're
drive
not
without
getting
stuff
it.
on for a
No,
start.
if we can use stuff in the house, I'll go birds. I'll definitely.
You go birds if you can use stuff in the house.
Because of I would use fire. Therefore.
Okay, so you got fire. That's cool. What about all of these ones?
No, but I feel like
No, but
when
you're
you,
saying to get to my
like,
car.
they will just scatter. You just breathe.
No,
Just keep
you
like,
literally
blowing above yourself while you sprint. You should be calm.
You just literally give me a scenario to get to my car. My car is literally just outside. So if I put
With
a,
the chimp
if I put a
as well.
duvet or whatever, something, I know if they're gonna be pecking through
Yeah.
that, but it's enough time
Plus-
for me to open that.
Yeah,
and just
plus
get in
I
that
feel
car.
like
So-
once I'm in the car,
Yeah.
if the gorilla jumps on the car and bangs the engine, it's a wrap. I can't go.
Yeah.
The cars, with the birds, they'll be slapping the engine. I've got time to start the engine and breathe.
Yeah.
No, but when you
But with
breathe,
the
And
gorilla,
drive
it's
it.
like,
that's true. That's
That's
true.
it.
That's
Done.
true.
There's no
But the
work,
only
fam.
thing is that like. As I was saying,
get
remember
away
guys,
from
because
them
I've seen the
birds,
film, is
You
that
can't get
once
away
you
from
get
them
in the
birds.
car, where
Yeah.
the hell are you going?
You're not getting away from them.
That's true.
You're not faster than the birds.
That's true.
You're
not
right,
getting away
every
from
time,
them.
then
You'll
it's
drive
like,
forever. That's the only downside. You'll be
is.
driving forever. With
That's
the
my
chips,
plan to drive forever.
Where are you driving?
Never stop for
Yeah,
petrol.
nah.
the gas.
What? TV Stratford and yo,
That's true,
it's
you know.
over.
That's true, you know.
Stratford, you got no petrol.
I live in the town centre.
Just
I
jump
live
in
in Westfield.
jump in Westfield.
I live in
Gotta
Westfield,
live
so
with-
right.
yeah.
But okay, but I'm saying I'll go with the I'll
Apes.
go with the
I mean the birds. You go
bird.
the
I'll
birds.
go with bird apocalypse. And you're saying then what are you saying then bird?
Bird as
Or-
well.
Birds, no, yeah.
And what are you saying? You're saying apes.
I'll take the apes. I'll take the
Alright
apes.
then. So we'll 50-50 split there. What else happened?
That's a good 20 minutes. Well.
For real, I didn't expect it to be. I was literally just trying
Horses and that.
Yeah, you need to keep like 5.
to. What else is gone in the news?
I feel like there was so much happening over the last couple of weeks.
It's been like 3 weeks. So.
Did you
Yeah.
guys speak about our new PM?
No.
No,
No.
do you want to?
Yellow Top.
You
Literally
want to
3
speak
weeks
about-
ago was the last episode.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
haven't done anything.
You want to speak about him?
Might as well.
Go on, you can kick it off.
Oh, what do you guys think? There you go, man.
See, I knew he was going to do that.
I'll say go on. What do you think?
Not much.
I don't think.
I don't really have any word
don't
on
have an
it.
opinion,
I just
no.
don't like. I just don't. I already given up on everything politically after Brexit, so I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, didn't like Brexit make everyone feel like just voting just didn't really matter anymore? Didn't make people feel like?
I think for some people it did, and for
Yeah.
some people it had the opposite effect. Because they were like,
okay.
if we had more votes,
They got what they wanted.
then you would have
okay.
made a difference.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know. Like, it depends. I
Wasn't
don't-
it like 50, like
It
51,
was
49?
literally like
Yeah, it was
50,
really- yeah.
which I
Yeah.
really don't think we should have gone
Oh.
through.
Yeah, I mean,
because
the most-
that was basically 50-50.
Yeah, with most issues, that's not enough. Like, you
Yeah.
need more of a
You
margin.
still have
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like 50% of people saying, I don't want to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
So
You-
how can you
yeah.
say, no, the majority want this?
Yeah, you
No.
have to look at the fact
1%.
that you look
Yeah.
at your country and go, this many people in our country are about to be unhappy.
Yeah.
Like, not like they were kind of in the middle. they said they voiced that they didn't want this.
Yeah.
Like
That one should have done that. That should have called and ready for another referendum to get a more clear result. That's what that should have done.
yeah, I mean,
But
yeah, we all know that's done.
we're past
But,
that.
Yeah,
And-
yellow top though. Yellow top, man. Big Boris.
You got Boris and Trump at the helm.
Boris and Trump, they both at
Yeah.
the same
It's
time.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're like cousins, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And Boris is the first unmarried man to
Oh,
be
is
at
it?
Downing Street.
Wow,
The first.
interesting.
Yeah, he's the first one
Family
to just have a
values and
girlfriend.
that,
Just to have a
innit?
girlfriend.
They gotta have them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm still looking for a little abroad thing, to be honest.
We're
Yeah.
trying to escape.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of here,
I'm
man.
gonna go Hawaii for a little bit.
No, man, this is your country, bro.
Well, it's not.
Mm-mm.
I'm not trying to stay here.
Where you
They,
trying to
they
go?
don't want me here.
Where you think?
I don't know.
Anywhere
I was
in
honestly considering going to South Africa. My
Yeah.
missus was like, "No, you don't want to go to South Africa."
She winning that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's like, "You don't want to go."
yeah.
there."
My mate from
Yeah, it's
South
good.
Africa.
That's good. Probably good advice.
He
Yeah.
said that all
Why,
the time as
though?
well.
South Africa.
I don't know anything
It's a
about
beautiful
South-
country,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it has a lot of issues. Like if you've got money, it can be good, but crime's mad over there as well. If you get what I mean, like it is here. The politics over there are questionable too. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are not the best. If you wanted to go over there with money and buy land and whatever, you could live a decent life, but overall, it's not. Yeah, like it's not particularly the one. Like there's mad homelessness over there as well. Like they have a very rich and poor system still. And you know, like not homelessness like UK homelessness. Like for example, when you go out the street, you don't ever see a homeless baby ever.
No.
You don't ever see a woman with a baby who's homeless. You don't see it ever. But over there, you see babies in the street. Do you know what I mean? Kind of often whatever. But yeah, so not necessarily there, but definitely like it's one of those things where I think now is the time that when I want to see money and stuff like that. It's like you like it when moves have actually been made, which people just generally wouldn't because it's quite a big thing.
Yeah,
you know, like it's very easy to just stay where you are and live life, kind of being here. But when you see certain things,
of course.
it's like, whoa, what's gonna happen is you're just gonna kind of live life until life changes around you, and then you make a decision, and it's too late.
Too late.
Do you know what I mean? Like
it's,
everything's already changed, everything's already done. So yeah, but you're on top on all these guys there. It's not. Like they just want the clown man. Do you know what I mean?
that's
To
what
kind
it
of
is.
blame afterwards. They had
Yeah.
like everyone who they've had is kind of gone. Okay, cool. We've done our badness, and we're gone.
Here you go.
And you can blame me.
Then
for
move
this.
on
You
to
can
the-
blame me for this. You
Yeah.
can blame me. And then the biggest scapegoats, like the ones who are clearly idiots. Who, like, if I wanted to run for prime minister, with the little knowledge I have and whatever, I would never get there because I'm a working class black man from London. If you get what I mean, I wouldn't be allowed there. It doesn't matter what I know, even if I was good. Do you get what I mean? I wouldn't be allowed there. But people like Boris Johnson and Donald Trump are allowed there. Do you get what I mean? You can't just money your way into those positions. It's also, you have to understand at those levels, money, we were talking about before, money is like a really rich people, they don't really care too much about money, it's more about power and like traditions and that kind of stuff. They have to let you there. So when they let these men there, it's like, yeah, of course we let you there, there's things we want to do, and then blame you afterwards, and then kind of move forward because it's done. So yeah, when it was like, when I heard Boris was in contention, it was like, rah, you're really doing this. Then he done it. It was like, okay, we're actually gonna
It's
do
this
some
era.
foolishness.
It's this era. Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be madness is gonna things that it's gonna be happening just like this, and you're gonna be like, how? This doesn't make sense. No, this is stupid. What intelligent person would allow this? And it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen again and again and again and again until
This is normal.
So
It's the norm now.
yeah. But
Yellow top.
yellow top.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Joke, man. Yeah.
That's his yellow top.
Yo, did you guys hear about ASAP Rocky's got freed now?
Oh, has he?
I didn't know he was in prison.
Yeah, for a
Yeah, in a
fight.
Swedish
Sweden?
prison for all this
He
time.
was in prison.
I didn't know he was like that.
Nah, they
He
were like
didn't do-
harassing them. And then
Oh, is it?
after a while, they just got thumped up. It was mad.
They didn't get some. No, like
No,
the
the
video.
Donnies got.
Yeah,
thumped
the
up,
video
but-
was.
But apparently there was more to it though. They had like bottles and shit.
Who did?
That's what ASAP.
ASAP.
Because they showed like the guy like his scratches and his scars and that.
Because the video I saw was literally
Using
them
it.
telling him to go away, and the
Yeah.
guys were harassing him, and then he swung at the bouncer, and then he'd
With the
been
headphones
in.
in.
But ASAP didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
So I'm confused why they threw him in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's
you're
true.
that's what you get. He's the leader of his camp, right?
Yeah.
Like their whole ASAP.
Yeah.
mob. Yeah, that's what happens.
And
Anything
he was the
happens,
one
he
that was
gets put
punching
on-
Donnie up on the floor.
Who was?
Remember, the dude that was harassing him in the video, it was ASAP that was beating him up. Did you see the video of ASAP punching him up?
No, I didn't see that bit.
Yeah,
You
he
know
was
when I
doing-
posted that thing, and it was that guy flying through space.
Oh yeah.
That was when ASAP swung him, and then he was just flat. But after that, ASAP like swings him, just like punching him up. But that's because, that's when them man were following them.
See, how far do you think, like, in terms of like a bouncer, like, or a security guard being like, or a famous person being harassed by
'Cause-
a fan or something?
Did you see the same thing though? Sorry, that's like because it's still in the same kind of realm. You know,
You say
Future.
Future.
You see
I was gonna
Future's
bring that
bouncer.
up. I was gonna say.
You see how many Future's bouncer when he got clapped.
Yeah, he got sucker punch.
He got
my
laid
days, and
out.
died like.
He
Died,
got-
but I mean, like,
We didn't even see. It
zonked her.
was a sucker punch.
Yeah, it was, of
So it's
course.
like-
But like, then people were like, "Oh, Future's like pussy for like not jumping in." But I'm like, bro, it's a security guard, fam.
The person
Like,
that
I'm
hired.
paying you
That's his job.
Yeah.
to take bangs for me, fam.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting paid for. Like,
Would you
why
be
am I
worried if-
jumping in? Like,
We're
why am
not
I paying
boys.
for? Yeah. Like, why would
That's
I pay
what I pay someone to
protect
do.
me?
Yeah.
He gets banged, and then I'm protecting
I jump in
myself.
for my bodyguard. Like,
No,
but
but
Why am I paying
Yeah.
you, fam?
That's public perception, isn't it? Like if you got a very rich man who has actual security guards who have license to actually cap you in your chest if you do something, no one's asking them a question. Did you get involved? Just because they're rappers and they're supposed to be
true.
hard and they're
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
fight and whatever. That stupid mentality. That's the only reason people are asking those questions in the first
Yeah,
place.
very true.
Yeah, of course not.
It's all man. But yeah, what was you gonna say?
Well, no, I was gonna say, like, what do you do, like, in terms of like, what would you do if you saw your security guard get clapped down like that? Like,
I would
you?
run.
I'll be
you
like,
run.
bruh.
The guy I paid.
Bro, and this Donny's brolic.
Yeah.
But obviously, they sucker punched him.
Yeah.
But this Donny's brolic. Did you not see how big this Donny was, fam? Did you not see how big
Yeah.
this
Security
was?
guard.
Would you keep him on as security guard?
Yeah, because he got sucker
he done his job.
He took the
He
beat.
took the blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he done his job.
They clowned him after it was Pete. It was rude.
Yeah.
How you need to see. The thing is, I don't know why no one's pulling up like YouTube videos because we normally pull these up. But we'll keep going at the same time. What about you? What would you?
Oh no, yeah, that would get me shook, especially as a famous person. Like, yeah,
What's nothing you can do? If you just see your bodyguard Nick get knocked out, what are you supposed to do next?
Are you throwing arms? Or are you
I'd be
bracing?
very aware of the fact my protection is currently not
And
out on
you're
the
in a foreign country.
I'll
What
be
are you
very
supposed to do?
I've got money. That my protection is on the floor and laid out. I'm gone. I'm getting to safe zone, mate.
You just standing. You just sitting over there, just watching. Like,
Yeah.
what is he supposed to do?
I don't know.
I would've done the same thing.
I'm saying, do these famous people have a duty to protect themselves in a way, or do they have
But
a
that's why
right
they're
to flee?
put
No, they're the same as any other human being. If you get approached by someone on the street, and they're attacking you, then you have a right to defend yourself.
Even
But
even in that instance, Future said that they were harassing Future. They were harassing him for a picture, and he was like, "No."
Oh wow.
They were like,
He's
but he had a
down.
rock in his hand though.
He's
I
down.
know, he's gone.
Yeah, he's literally
Oh, no.
like you
like-
saw his
it's like
hand.
giving
was-
up.
like
Oh.
he twitched and everything.
His
What are
hand
you
was-
doing?
Nah, hey, but
He's gone.
You have to understand as well. Like it's not like if anyone bangs you in the face, you just get knocked out.
no,
Like,
he had a rock. That Donny had a rock in his hand.
Did he hit him with a rock?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not fair. Yeah.
My man hit
Right,
a
yeah,
man
the
with a
rock.
rock.
Got something in his hand. You can't
Yeah,
knock someone
yeah,
out just like that. Look how big the guy is.
Yeah, I don't need to be around.
That
That
was a normal sized
No,
person.
Where's Future?
He was
You'll
that
see
guy
it, you'll see
walking
it.
out.
Has he run yet?
No,
Future's
he was
on the
he
outside.
was
Future's
nowhere there
gone,
in the
fam.
first place. He's look, yeah, no.
Nah,
He's somewhere
he's
over
like
there.
Ah.
They look at
Yeah,
it.
I see
They
him.
find him. They see him.
Did they get these guys charged by the way or something? Oh,
Hey, you must
did he
have-
bleed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Mad fam.
Yeah, that's bad.
Big man like him, of course, has to be bleeding.
Yeah,
Get
if
knocked out
you,
like that.
if you got hit by a rock, you got hit by a rock, innit? It's just human. It doesn't matter how much gym
Yeah,
you do
exactly,
or whatever.
it's true.
You're a
Yeah.
human
So
being.
that you
See, it's scary as a celebrity. Like even like we can bring up the Arsenal, Ozil and Kalashnikov.
Yeah.
Like the way Kalashnikov held it down.
Wait,
Well, you say held it
what-
down. I
what
still
was
think
this?
it was
What is
very
this?
stupid.
What happened?
Put up the
I don't-
video.
Yeah, it's a
You
big
need to
risk.
watch it,
Okay,
yeah.
so what?
Ozil.
Type in
just type in
Ozil.
Ozil because it's easier to
Alright,
spell.
and you guys explain.
Rub
You guys
attack.
can talk
Type
about
in
it at the same
yeah,
time.
type in Ozil robbery or whatever.
Yeah, robbery scare, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't call that held it. I'm not a kid. Like that very very
Yeah,
easily.
he risked a
But
lot.
did he get out of the car? Because I just see him running around the car at the
He
night
must have
there.
been.
But I
think
don't know if he was
the
in
story was that I
they were
heard
at the
that they're
kebab
being
shop.
followed.
I heard they were at a kebab shop,
Yeah.
and that's when they
Wait,
got
They went to a
cut him?
kebab shop.
They're one of the
They
best
tried
kebab
to.
shops. Yeah, they're at kebab
Because
shops.
he had his hand up like they cut
Why?
his hand.
Nah.
Because they're getting
Why-
kebab, isn't
You're
it?
also a class in this. You got money coming out your ears. Why are you going to
They
the
want
gym?
kebab.
Well, you can go to you can get it delivered. You get a little man to go pick that up for
No,
you.
but thinking like you shouldn't have to think, especially seeing they've been there for long enough. You shouldn't have to think, oh, I can't even leave the house. I have to just go work. I just have to go football home. Football
Yeah, lovely.
Home,
We
football.
all like to think.
You know what I
that.
mean?
Like,
No, but
lots
you know what
of
I
these
mean?
young
But-
kids would like to think,
but
I don't
they've
have to
been-
leave my house without thinking I'll get stabbed for mistaken identity. But it happens.
No, but what I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
is,
See, there's like a knife. I
Yeah.
swear he cut his hand or something.
no, what I'm saying is, at this time they've been in our.
He never got
At the
hurt.
time-
Oh, he didn't get
There was
caught.
nothing, yeah.
It's just that the way he was holding his hand, he just looked like he got.
Yeah. So at the
Maybe
time they've been at what?
No, at this time they've been in North London all this
Yeah.
time. It's just like at this point they probably feel a sense of like they're part of the community now.
Yeah,
'cause
they are.
They've gone to this They've gone to
They
this kebab
are.
shop,
And they're also
countless
rich.
times. Yeah,
They're also
no,
rich.
they've gone to this. They've probably gone to this kebab shop countless times.
Wasn't the kebab man who tried to rob them?
No, what I'm saying is, so
Yeah.
this is something just in their daily routine, as
Yeah.
as anyone would have.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't expect.
Hopefully
oh,
not daily,
this
but,
guy just wants to. Yeah, for real.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the kebab man. It was a person probably in the community.
No, I'm not saying it's a kebab,
who-
but what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, in terms of they should be allowed to go to the kebab shop
No,
and get kebab.
no, they should. Like, you should be allowed to live in a place free of
Yeah, but
crime.
they clearly
But
knew
that's-
they were going, or
Yeah, when you have money like that,
Yeah,
you can't. You have
It's
to.
a setup,
you
innit?
have to kind of take it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to just accept the fact you
Yeah.
can't do
You're,
this.
you could because you're. It's like people. It's like when women like dress a certain way and they head out and then they're upset when they get a certain type of attention from a certain type of human being. Sure, you shouldn't. They shouldn't be subject to that just because. But there are scum human beings, and when you dress like that, unfortunately, you attract those scum human beings to you.
Yeah,
So
to them
if you've got tons of money.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go and walk around the
Yeah.
poor areas. You're gonna
You
attract
can't-
not poor people, but you're gonna attract the scum people in that poor area who will
Yeah.
rob you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
if
just-
you are no,
You kind
but
of present all of those kind of people with an opportunity to get to you. Do you know
yeah,
what I
okay.
mean?
So
To
if
them.
you're in, so if you come into fame and fortune, would you stop leaving? Would you not leave the house anymore then?
You wouldn't leave the house in the same fashion you
No,
would
what I'm
before.
saying, would you not, like?
You have
would
to move
not leave
differently.
the
You
house?
have to.
Yeah.
Like,
You have
it's
to-
not your fault. You
Yeah.
wouldn't want to, but
Yeah.
you would have to,
Yeah.
and you would know that. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? You just can't.
That's the
It's
same.
mad.
Like I agree with what you're saying. It shouldn't be
Yeah,
like that.
and you wouldn't want it to be.
But
like
what I'm
that.
saying
you
is-
have to, you have to just
You
accept.
don't want to live in. You don't want to all of a sudden just become a life of a recluse.
You wouldn't.
No,
you
no,
just
no,
have to
but-
go to a place where you
Yeah.
can operate in the way you want to.
Yeah,
You just have to.
you'll move
Yeah.
differently. That's
Yeah,
it.
you
You just
move-
move
yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
I'll move. Yeah.
that's
No,
why these
but
people
this-
move their
you
family
can't be the
out
same.
of the hood or
You
out
can't be
of
the
those
same.
places.
But this kebab shop they went to, I'm sure it's not one of just any local kebab shop. This is actually one of probably some famous one that
But where
all the
is it?
footballers know.
Yeah,
But
that's
where
true.
is
No,
it?
but what I'm
It's
saying is
true.
it's like
It's still North London.
all the Man United players go to this. I can't remember, this Chinese restaurant called Wings or something. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is in Manchester. Blah,
That's
blah, blah.
that's bad to begin with. The fact
Yeah.
that you know where it is and what it's called is bad enough.
But someone can plan that.
But
Yeah.
no, what I'm saying is they all go to this place and it is just. It's just a known thing. Like it's not just any Chinese shop where they're just like okay.
Now, of course,
you
I'm
wanna
sure
order
that guys
this?
wouldn't come out equipped with knives and masks to rob any guy. They came equipped with this stuff because they want to rip.
'Cause they
rob
knew-
the
Yeah,
rich
exactly.
dude.
They
who
knew
comes
footballers
here.
were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
bro.
Yeah,
a
I'm
rich,
saying, no,
what's
but-
that Kendrick song?
Which one?
Politics or whatever.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's just constantly talking about his guys who are like, oh no, they're just. I know that you're co-workers, but they're walking, they're shining
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Rolexes and they're near me. I'm gonna rob them. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Like, they're right in front of me. I'm gonna rob them. Like, that's what happens. Like, you can't have that kind of money and expect not to attract the thieves and criminals in that area. That you're going to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like-
you still have to live life.
What? So basically, you're saying go anyway.
Yeah,
No,
but
Even
no,
though
I'm
you
saying
know-
you still have to live life. You still have to.
That's fine. But
Yeah.
until someone goes and attacks you,
Yeah.
then what?
Then you just don't complain
Then
when
you
you
will-
get attacked. You wear a badge saying I lived life. R.I.P. 2020.
But people can attack you now as well.
Huh?
People
No, but
attack you now
they
when
can.
when
They
believe you
can.
have money.
No, they can. But the fact of it is like
It
for
won't, it
example,
won't be as easier than just going to
It would
the
be.
local.
What do you mean? They can do
What
that
do you
now.
mean?
No, I'm saying someone could just rob you now.
No, they could. We live in
Yeah,
South
that's-
London, which is why when I leave
I'm talking
late,
about them.
Yeah, like when I leave late, my missus is like, okay, can you make sure you get cab or whatever? Because I live in South London, where it's notorious for people getting stabbed and robbed. I live here, so I'm like, yeah, I'll be alright. Do you get what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
my thing. Until it happens to you, and it becomes real.
Yeah.
It's like when the terrorist stuff happened, when there was bombings, and everyone was like, I remember at the time, everyone was like, of course I'm gonna go to London Bridge. I have to live life.
Yeah.
It's very easy to say that.
And then the
mindlessly
bombing
until
happened,
it
yeah.
happens to you. That's the thing.
Then the scare attack, and then you see
but
it all
that's the thing.
differently.
No, that's the thing. Of course, it's you think, oh, until it happens to you. But the concept is we can't live our life thinking, oh, it's gonna happen to me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, don't make it easier. Don't make it easier to be a victim. That's what I'm saying.
This is how we become. This is how we become either like sheltered or scared or petrified to do anything, because then we're gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna go on the tube anymore because it's not because I'm thinking this won't happen to me. It's the fact is I'm not people still do these things because it's like I have to still live my life. If I of course I can just be in my house and do nothing all day and just feel safe and protected, but what life is that? You still have to. I want to go to this restaurant.
But no one's saying that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, don't go to places where you're easy target.
He's saying he's about the bombing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, but I'm saying with it, like, for the
I still
bombings,
need to go do that. But of course, you still need to.
No, but the thing is, like, we had the bombings, yeah, and then everyone started to go back to the usual business. The end of the day is, if there was a bombing every week for 4 months, you wouldn't go to London Bridge.
Yeah.
If there was a bombing every week, you wouldn't go. Because you wouldn't want to die, and it would be a higher chance that you would die if it happened every week. It happened once and hasn't happened since, so it's easier for you to do that. You know, there are certain countries that they have curfews. We don't go outside at 8 o'clock. Why? Because you'll get gunned down. It's a fact. It's just a thing. So
it's the same way if you was to like just live life, and then every week people were moving to, or people were coming up to you like, or your house is getting broken into, or you'd be like, no, fuck this, I'm moving. Do you know what I mean? Like. You're right.
I'm not saying you don't have to.
But I see it on, like, I'll be on YouTube all the time and be like, this person gets robbed, this person gets robbed. It's because they're still in their same area. All these people that die or get like shot or killed or like robbed, all in their same area, bro. And that's you trying to live life.
And his shop is in his area. Like, he tried to do good in his area, doing a good thing.
All of them, they all die. All in their same
I'm not saying you don't have to.
Unless you're trying to live life.
No, I'm not saying you have to be blind to the fact of. There could obviously be more danger, which is why, like, if you came into lottery money, you wouldn't tell everybody about it and that stuff. Like, you would, like, you obviously aware of these things, but one thing is, you can't stop it from letting you say, I still want to do this.
Maybe but no one said anything about stopping.
So when
you said it, not us. You said you shouldn't let people stop you from.
Kyle was saying about like, why would they go to the kebab shop anyway? But
the kebab shop, but the thing is, like.
If they said they want to go to a kebab shop and they've been going to that kebab shop at that point where they feel safe, why one day would it just click and say, we might get robbed today?
Because they can always, if you're rich and famous, you can always be a target.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
if you routinely go to the same place at a certain time every week or something like that, you are going to be a target to someone.
What I'm saying is, you are going to do that. It's just.
But you don't have to. You can move differently and avoid certain situations.
I would send people for me.
No, but this is.
You don't have to go every week. You can send.
No, but this is part of your life as a person that just does something. You're living a high life now. So I'm going back to the Man United. I'm a Man United player. I'm a Man United player.
Yeah.
Everyone goes to this Chinese shop, Wings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone just goes. That is the thing that the club that everyone goes when it's something. I've been at the club for 10 years. I've been going there all the time. Why was something like, no, now I've got to make sure that I operate different. Now I've got, for some reason, I feel like changing up.
No, you wouldn't. No, you
wouldn't.
You
just have some kind of power conspiracy.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
I'm not blaming them for the fact that it happened. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if, for example, now, if Ozil and Kolasinac went back to that kebab shop on the same routine.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like from that one. And got stabbed.
Yes,
I would look at them like, you idiots.
No, that's completely
That's the thing. It wouldn't be their fault in terms of they shouldn't have to live life. But if they kept going back there, it happened again and they died. I would be like, you guys are dumb. Like, what were you doing?
No, but I'm talking.
The guy clearly knew your routine.
You're saying a situation where it's like, fool me once, shame on me, fool me, like that kind of thing. But I'm saying, I'm literally just saying, in the life that they were living now, they couldn't anticipate this happening because especially when it happened then.
I don't think so. It's the same thing we were saying earlier about the Man United thing. Like with the things like, not everything has to be there's something called foresight. You look at your circumstances now and you think, what can happen to me? What has happened to other people? And the fact of it is, if you've got money and you're going to a common area with easy access, no security,
it's accessibility. That's my problem.
People can get to you, and if people can get to you, and you're in a poor area, there's a good chance people will get to you. That's just something that not as like obviously it's not. It goes up if you're more of a target. So if you have lots of money. Like, I think they even said that they were talking about, like, Ozil had like a really nice watch or something like that.
That's what they were after.
Yeah, and they knew he had a nice watch because he just came from like a press tour or something where he had a really nice watch. So they were like, oh, this Donny's got a nice watch. He's been all over the internet. He's coming to my area, and I know he goes to this kebab shop that's on my road.
Let's wait and see.
Stick him up. They got there. My man had the watch. They tried to take it. If Kolasinac wasn't who he was, and that could have went either way, they would have had his watch, and they'd have been laughing.
Yeah.
And it would have become this Donny came and basically gave it to us. That's what I'm saying. Like it's unfortunate. It shouldn't be that way. But you have to have. They say you have to be street smart. You have to know how to move. If you've got money like that, you can go on with that attitude. All you want of I can live my life, but you're gonna be the guy who
you will be a target. You will be a target.
All these guys end up dying, fam. It's mad, but it's not. If it wasn't proven, then I would definitely feel what you're saying, 100%. And I feel what you're saying anyway. But I feel like it's been proven, fam. When you keep going to the same areas, as you said, all these people that die in the areas, they just routinely go to the same place. People know where they are. That's it.
They've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
See, I find this conversation ironic because you man always say I'm the paro one, and then you guys are the ones.
No, I'm saying if you're rich and famous, I'm talking about us.
No, I'm
talking about you have to move differently.
Because in terms of I'm saying literally like I'm not gonna be like because everyone goes to this place and then they're like the team's like yeah we're going here and you're like no I'm staying in I'll Uber and I'll
I'm saying move differently. I'm not saying don't be scared to leave your house. I'm not saying that.
That is differently moving.
How?
No, but I
was moving more smart. Come on, your target.
No, but one thing that is moving differently because I'm like saying
no, but the scenario given is different.
I did say move differently. I didn't say move scared.
Yeah,
you're saying scared. I'm not. I'm saying move differently. Move smart. Avoid certain situations. I'm not going to walk down a dark alley where I know certain things happens. I'm not going to walk through there because I'm big and strange. Well, I might.
I do that now, but bro, like imagine like now there's like alleys about here. I will cruise for them, no problem now. But I think
why? No, but
what? Like,
why would you do that when you're famous anyway?
Because I know the area. I'm from here. Like there's no one here that I don't that I feel like will rob me.
You'd think, that will happen to me. I know the story. I know the roads.
But bro, if you boost and you have money, I feel like
regardless, that situation is dangerous for anybody. That's not just a famous person.
What is
moving down dark alley?
I'm not saying it's like the alleys.
A dark alley.
I'm not saying it's hella. I'm not saying it's like I'm just saying there's certain places that alright. If you're from the area, you would walk down, and certain people would. It's like little maybe like a block of flats or like certain blocks.
You know it's a bit dodgy. If
you don't know the area, you won't walk through blocks, bro. If you boost and you have a couple mil, you might not move through blocks the same way you used to move
because
through
the guy who you knew when you were younger, who you're kind of cool with, is now a guy who's like, do you know what? I don't even know that well.
Exactly.
I know he comes through here.
He boosted, fam. You cut from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You ain't helping man out. Bam.
The fact that you know the area, you know where not to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know where not to go. You've seen people become targets in certain areas. So why would you do it on yourself?
I know.
Are you just gonna risk? Are you just gonna risk? Are you gonna take the risk and be like, let me go through this route because I know it anyway?
Like you shouldn't change how you live.
I'm just saying you should be aware of dangers anyway. So if I
but you're saying go anyway. But you're saying go anyway. That's what you're saying. You're saying because I know it, because I'm rich, it doesn't matter. Let me go anyway and take the risk. That's what you're saying.
It's about getting almost complacent.
You're saying
because you keep saying that we're scared to go to because we're rich now. That's what you're saying.
I'm not gonna go there.
No, we're basically saying
you're not saying. You keep saying this. We're not saying that.
We're just saying basically don't get too comfy. Like once you got your money, don't get too comfy in your like maybe just have your wits up a bit more.
You can't move the exact same way.
Like you can't move exactly the same.
You can't move the exact same way.
Well, obviously that's obvious.
That's what we said, and you keep saying no, we're not. We were scared to leave the house
because it originally started when Kyle was saying, why are they going kebab shop?
No, but it's
that's
still
how it
moving.
originally started. No, but I was like, why? Of course they're going kebab shop because they've been going kebab shop.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying the way they go to that kebab shop, they might have to change up.
They got too comfortable. They may have got too comfortable. I'm talking about before. They may have got too comfortable. Yeah, clearly someone knows they go there.
No, but that's why I said that's why they keep going because they just go there.
And now they're a target. And now they're a target.
They became a target because of
that's my point.
And then I was saying, why would you just all of a sudden just one day think we might need to change it up in case?
No.
Foresight.
Yeah.
Foresight. No, because you don't get what we're trying to say. It's foresight. If you go to a certain route, don't you ever think some people know my route?
Bro, that's street
smart.
smart.
Anyway,
no, but what clicks in your head to just
bro,
say
that's
my money?
Anyway,
my money.
Bro,
the fact that I've got money.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got lots of money. So therefore,
I'm saying, on what day do you decide? Okay, I've been doing this for a month. Now let me change it up.
Don't
do that.
So what
I do that on my way to home. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that does that?
I was just about to say that. I don't go the same route home and go to the same route.
I do the exact same thing.
I don't do that. Like, so it's natural, it's normal to me. Honest to God,
you're making that face that's different.
It's not weird.
Why is that weird?
Like, why would you do the same thing routinely? Like, for me, that's weird. Like program yourself to do this. I feel like if you don't change it up, don't you feel like kind of robotic almost? And
my mum taught me that from young.
That's
take different routes.
You got to take different routes.
My mum taught me that from young.
Mentality to me.
Huh?
What?
That's a paranoid mentality. The fact that you always say I'm super cautious about everything and blah blah blah.
I don't say that. People say I am.
No, these
bro, you're saying it like you're
scared. And then when
thank you. That is my point. That is my point. You're not listening to what we're saying.
I guarantee if I flipped it and said to you that
you take different routes
that I do this because if anything, you will be like,
no, but
why are you moving like?
If you said I'm not going home, then I'll say
I guarantee because every caution that I get grilled on is I'm paranoid.
No, bro, I didn't say I'm taking a different route home because I'm scared.
Yeah,
I said I'm taking a different because I want to bury my roots. Boring taking the same route home.
Yeah, that's your.
So it will be normal for me anyway. Like when you get the money, you just adopt the same mentality and you just kind of like. How do you not have that mentality where you just vary shit up or just? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you not ever just think like just
I take the quickest route home, or if my train?
No, I mean to be honest, I don't vary my route home. I go the same way. But the thing is, like, just because you do something and we feel very comfortable doesn't mean that it's a bad practice. Like, for example, if I was a woman, and I kept seeing a dude. And this happens to girls all the time. Like, there'll be a guy who knows that they look at them and they're like, oh, there's that girl I really like or whatever. Yeah. And for them, it's like a romantic thing. Yeah. But for the woman, she's blessed, she's got family or whatever. Yeah. It's a guy stalking her. Yeah. A guy knows her route home or whatever. One day, this guy just keeps appearing and then he starts talking to you. And it might not even be anything sinister, but it's like, why is this Donnie always here? Why does he always know I'm here? If someone wants access to you, they can get it. It's the same thing with this social media stuff. So if you've got money, and you have something that other people want.
Especially
if you're famous, it means they also know who you are. If I was famous, like forget like this stuff. Like I was saying, my brethren got sponsored. We went to Birmingham. Guys knew who he was for playing game because you've got people see your face on camera and whatever. Yeah. The fact of it is, like you have to move differently just from the fact that people know your face and they associate you with something. 100%. Like even when we went to Birmingham, like when we were walking, like we're not scared, but you're aware of the fact that I'm from London. My voice sounds like it's from London, and young guys are territorial. Yeah. So if they hear you're from London, then you know that you might attract more trouble than you would at home. Because when you walk at home, you're kind of invisible. You're like, yeah, it's just someone. If you walk through Birmingham with a London accent, it's like you're not from here. If you get what I mean, that's immediately the thing. So you did everything you wanted to do.
Bro, whenever I'm in different areas, I'm always like kind of like.
Yeah, it's just
a bit on the.
I'm not paranoid, but I'm like always on guard.
Yeah.
So.
And we probably
I feel like as you said, like that. I don't know how you wouldn't feel that way though. Like why, if you had pee and you would float through certain areas, and just be like, okay.
For me,
it's just not smart. That's not smart. To me, that's not smart.
For me, it's not a thought process because it's not part of your world.
Yeah.
Like you're like, why would that happen? I haven't seen it happen. It doesn't make sense for this to happen. I should be able to, rather than realistic life. If you get what I mean, like. Yeah, like I said, there's that video. I said earlier, that Kano video that you put out with him. Gets and D double, and the whole first part of it's like a kind of story thing. It's like a kid, he's at home just doing kid things. Yeah. He goes shop quickly. He sees his friends. They're all like doing like Instagram and that and whatever. A guy rolls up in a car, a couple of men, and like, oh, you're so and so in it. He's like, oh no, they stab him up and they leave. He wasn't the guy. Like they didn't even know it was he was just with people who knew that guy.
Whose video is this? Kano.
Yeah, Kano. Oh, okay. It's really good. I recommend you watch it. But he got stabbed up and whatever. That's the beginning of the song. Yeah, and that's something that happens regularly in London, unfortunately. Like because of mistaken identity and stuff like that. And where you live.
Certain people are.
Yeah, you can be oblivious and go, oh yeah, this doesn't happen. I'm just gonna do what I want. And great, you might make it out and it might not happen to you. But just know there's somebody who did the same thing you did who got stabbed up and is gone now. If you get what I mean, it's like I understand you should be able to live your life that way, but you have to take into account where you live, what your status is, and what you have, like how accessible you are. You can't just.
We all know how much all these men earn as well. Like all these, you guys, everyone seems to know how much these guys' salaries are, so for them to be hella accessible.
My aunties get angry at them. My aunties, like they don't know the names, but it's like, oh, you're gonna get 350,000 a week. That's insane.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they're all targets because people know their salaries. That's why people are so on them. They know, bro, you're getting this weekly.
They're counting the weeks.
This, you don't need this. Like, I can take this week, buy a new one next week. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's mad.
But yeah, I mean,
Okay. But no, variety, spice of life.
Did you give it anything?
With money? No.
Okay. You've just been acting a bit weird like for the past hour.
You said you wanted to jump on the podcast.
Yeah, you did something else. I don't know what.
You got any
and it would have been
topics?
good for him to jump in at this conversation.
It's
It's about being yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a no from Andrew?
About how to move in next film.
Nah, like you're trying to move it on. Like
Yeah, I am. Yeah. We're glad they got out of it though. Yeah, Knighton came out of that.
Yeah,
swinging.
But yeah, okay, well, like I said, I'm not here often, but
I'm ready to find out.
so what have you guys been? Have you listened to anything good
I was just
recently, like music wise or stuff like that?
Yeah,
I watch review shows, decent. Well, not review shows. There's a couple I watch, and I thought that you guys.
The last.
Did anyone watch the Dreamers thing?
I was about to say that. Revenge of the Dreamers. Have you not seen it?
No.
I watched the documentary like 3 times.
What is that about?
I've watched
It's on YouTube, isn't it? It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
I keep seeing the link, but I've watched it.
Yeah, because I don't do music, and I haven't done music since like secondary school. But I've always had that like I do like to make stuff, and I was like, that just sounds so live. Like, do you know what I mean? In terms of like you go. And everyone there's talented. Everyone there's like has the same passion you do, so they're making it. Everyone's on it, but it also has a competitive edge, right? It's like not like I want to be better than you, but there's literally not enough space for us to all do stuff. So when you get a room, you have to use your time, mad. And then afterwards, when you've done your thing, you're like, it's sick. There's 5 beats. So you say you're a producer. There's 5 beats. You're trying to get
just Dream. It's just Dreamville there.
No, it's Dreamville, and then you invite other artists in as well.
You have to explain what this is about.
Oh, sorry. I was actually talking like we're just talking instead of a podcast. So basically, a lot of people will know already. There was a kind of collaborative session over a couple of days by Dreamville, which is owned, I think, by J. Cole, and he's got a couple of artists. And they basically gave out like these golden tickets to people, basically like secret entries. To people to come down basically and like just have a jamming session.
Anyone they thought was wavy.
Yeah, and the good thing was is that there were like really high profile artists and there were really like low profile artists, like people who no one knew, like or only a few people from local would know. Especially the producers and stuff. So they brought them. They've gone to like a recording studio, like quite a big one, and they all kind of locked in and made music for like 3 days or 4 days. Like they just stayed there. Everyone stayed there and made music the whole time. But there was limited spaces in terms of like
I don't remember how many studios there weren't enough studios.
All I know is
you had to claim the studio, get there early,
and then even
pattern up a studio set up.
And it's one of those ones like obviously playing competitively fighting games and stuff. Like when you go to sessions, like there's setups, but there's limited setups. So you have to be like, oh brother, I'm next. You know what I mean? Like you have to be like that.
Like you gotta try and jump on a beat as well. If you're a rapper, then you hear the beat, you're like, nah, I need to jump on that.
Yeah,
beat.
exactly.
You gotta try and jump on that beat.
And then there'll be other guys who are on your beat, and at the end of the day, what decides who goes on it is who came with the coldest verse. So like you see people actually like trying to get out like a really good verse and stuff like that.
Crazy because some of the people I saw, they didn't even make it on the album. Like Cousin Stiz, I saw Cousin Stiz.
Oh, so everyone's got.
He was there, bro. He wasn't even on it.
Was Saba on it? I think I saw Saba somewhere.
Yeah, he was Saba, Saba.
Yeah,
he was.
Okay, he was there.
He was definitely. I think he's even on one song. I think.
Yeah. Pivot Gang. Yeah. Okay.
I think there's one other person I saw that
That's
one.
cool.
I was like, oh snap! Like not everyone even made it, and some people are.
And they're good. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, there's a guy on there who I don't know. People probably know. I think his name's Guadap or something like that. 4,000 or something like that. He was on a few songs. Now this guy, like, I looked at him like, right, this guy's just like, like this whole mumble. I'm not that guy. But he got on bare stuff because apparently he was just moving with energy. Like he was entering rooms
and he was just jumping on rooms and jumping on every song
and killing everything. Like to the point where you're like, okay, he's on it again. Okay, he's on it again.
And he was just doing bits.
Yeah, so
but he was actually cold.
Yeah, but that energy is cool because I've always thought like in like UK and US music, that's always been like a thing that UK music's had that US doesn't. In terms of like really like collective energy. Like when people would go into a room, into a session, and there's just a bag of people together spitting. If you get what I mean, like off each other, a cappella, all kind of things. It's just a kind of energy and that kind of clashing thing. All that. Whereas US is much more like refined. They have battle rap and stuff like that, but it is kind of different. So that when I watched that, I was like, like it would be cold. Like as good as that was, it would be so good to actually see big artists do something like that. If you get what I mean, together, like you've got guys who are like, raw, they're top guys, and they're all there like just shedding.
Mix up and down,
But good, obviously, when it gets to that, it's money and whatever. It's not so much the competitive. That's why I think that for a lot of people, they've enjoyed like I'm not a J. Cole fan. I like some of his music. Forest Hill Drives, I've said for ages, grew on me year after year. Like I didn't like the album at first. I now think it's bloody cruddy. But he's kind of done something like where he's like, if I wasn't on your radar, if I wasn't your favorite rapper, if you didn't rate me by the end of this year, you're gonna rate me, kind of thing. And everything I've heard him on, he's completely snapped.
Wait, one more time.
J. Cole.
J. Cole. Yeah, so J. Cole. I'm not gonna lie. J. Cole might be like a MVP this year. You know, he's been doing bits this year.
He's done a lot.
Verse has been cold.
I listen to like everyone new, but J. Cole's just been doing bits. Like he's been doing bare. But yeah, on that album though, that song Costa Rica is cold.
Yeah, it is.
Costa Rica.
I don't know who's doing the hook, but they're cold.
Yeah, Costa Rica.
Like,
oh my
I've got bands
days.
in Costa Rica.
Yeah,
fans
that
in Costa
tune.
Yeah,
It's got like that's when like. On that tune as well, it's good because that tune, like, for me, that and there was that, you know that tune you see them making and everyone's just lit.
Yeah.
That tune's cold. But that Costa Rica tune, they have like, J. Cole has like every like aspect of rap on it. Like he has like Smoke Pop and like all these kind of people on the same song.
Okay.
And like, but JID is actually very sick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes even when I hear him, you know when he was making that song, that Down Bad song, he reminded me of Kendrick a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he does everyone.
Kendrick,
he does. He literally sounds like it's one of those generational things.
You're gonna get that more and more. Yeah,
definitely go after.
You're gonna get a lot of calls,
but Jid is like, it's one of those things where Kendrick was very unique where he came. He
Yeah.
has inspiration where if you know what he's like, you get where it came from, like Lil Wayne and stuff. But he did make his own lane with it, so you don't directly say it. But Jid is the generation after him, where it's like, bruv, I was like, you kind of gave me confidence that this kind of style could work. If you get what I mean, like this kind of weird, my vocal tones and stuff like that. But because of that, bruv, you sound like Kendrick. Do you know what I mean? It's
true.
You're not copying him, you're not biting. We get it, but you sound like him. He knows he sounds like him. But he's cold.
Yeah,
if you get what I mean,
that's
one
what
of
I'm
those
saying.
things.
That's why I'm like, I can't, because it's like he's still him. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's just how he was. But it's like, as you were saying, like Kendrick almost made it like this style was cool now. Like let it fly out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure Kendrick don't mind a bit because the man's too good. Do you know what I mean? In terms of it's like, I'm not worried about you taking my. I'm me, but Jid is cold. And this project, like, I don't know how everyone feels about it personally. Have you finished listened to it, Philip?
No.
You haven't heard it yet? Okay, fair enough. But like, I was like, this is bad because if you want to like bring up a label or something, even if it wasn't big like them, and you got people around you who are good, like that kind of energy and putting them in with people who are known and stuff like that, in a way that's not forced on you, if you get what I mean. Like, if you like the songs,
it's organic.
Like, there are so many times I was listening to that album and I don't know any of these guys. I barely knew Jid. And I was like, bruv, whose verse is this? This is cold. Like, I was like the whole time, and I was like,
every song you listen to, you're like, right, who's this?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Omen, Boss.
Yeah.
What's that girl's name? Ari Lennox.
Yeah.
They got Lennox on it.
They have,
our songs are cold as well. They're really good.
I got to listen to the album.
Earth Gang, everyone.
Yeah, Earth Gang.
Yeah.
And I think it's before, like I said, before this, because I don't even listen to them too much, but I didn't know any of these guys. I'd heard one song with Boss. I'd heard Jid.
Probably Down
like
Bad.
a couple things. Yeah,
Down Bad
and
I think a lot of us would have heard
Off the Zoinkies as well. I think Off the Zoinkies is a song where I was like, okay, this kid's kind of good.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
And after it, if I see a song that comes out by Earth Gang or these people, I will listen to it because I've actually heard it. That's success. That's to go from being
watching it also makes you kind of want to listen to the songs that you saw them make.
Yeah.
So that Wells Fargo tune, I was like, that Wells Fargo tune, you see them making it, and the whole studio is just lit.
Yeah.
Like the whole studio is just absolutely lit.
Definitely watch the documentary. When I'm saying you see guys in the back,
you want to just go and listen to that song and be like, right.
So what album and show are we talking about?
Revenge of the
Dreamers. So it's the compilation thing. Yeah. But you see people, like, it's funny. It's like, imagine, like, obviously we're all boys, we all love each other, but I'm listening to a beat that I want to get on. But I'm watching Daniel kill it, and it's like you can see it in my eyes where I'm like, nah, stop it. I want to go on that, but I can't follow this. That stuff I love. That's the best place for creativity to come out from. Well, that type.
Right.
But
I'm gonna wrap up.
Yeah.
All right, Revenge of the Dreamers was it? I don't know why I'm plugging it. Why was it?
No, we weren't plugging it. We were just talking about
any music. Yeah, that was just a thing we.
Oh, it's a TV. It's a documentary. Yeah, but
no, but it's an album. We were talking about, but there's a documentary that goes with the album. We were talking about the album. We just saying the album.
Okay.
Yeah.
You really was zoned out, weren't you?
Yeah, you didn't know what was going on.
I'm tired, bro.
See, now you can't play Smash. See what I'm saying? Excuses.
No, I'm still gonna play Smash. I just walk around for a bit. Get the blood flowing.
I said walk about.
Yeah, that's another episode of Chatting Saltfish. Thanks for joining us, Carl. You know where to find us on Twitter and Instagram And you know where to listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. It's Chatting Swordfish everywhere. Until next time, peace.